The Anacostia River is one of the most polluted rivers in America, but the Anacostia is like a buried treasure. Cleaned up, its natural beauty systems will enrich us all. Fortunately, scientists, environmentalists, and citizens, including youth, are working hard to unlock the magic of the Anacostia River. We are DC Public School 5th graders bringing video cameras and our voice to the battle to save the Anacostia River. Please join us for Anacostia Explorers.
Our journey really began in our classroom when some young environmentalists from a group called Earth Conservation Corps came to visit us.
What we do is mainly go back into our communities and help out of that, come into schools and teach young folks like yourselves about why the community is good, why it's good not to litter, and why it's good to recycle and things of that nature. And basically just come to teach y'all because y'all are the future.
It's here that we met our first raptor, a Eurasian eagle owl named Mr. Hoots.
Mr. Hoots not really this big, he just look puffy to scare off any other predators. And if you can look at my finger, you see my pinky? Watch how far I go. That's all feathers.
I thought Mr. Hoots was amazing because I didn't know he could make his feathers bigger so he could scare off other raptors and get them to hunt for something else besides him.
When we came in, did you know what a raptor was?
Not really.
Most of us learned that day that a raptor, also known as a bird of prey, is a meat-eating bird that hunts and kills other animals using its talons, sharp hooked claws, perfect for grabbing its grub. And we also learned that a very important raptor, the bald eagle, left our community over 50 years ago because our Anacostia River had become too polluted to provide them with fish. But in 1995, our friends at Earth Conservation Corps placed 4 baby eagles in an artificial nest near the river, hoping that once released, they returned to our community. We were told that day that the eagles had returned, making their home once again in our river.
Were missing from the country, from the nation's capital for over 50 years, and the Corps members brought them back.
And that we were about to share this news and the secret nest with our mayor and the superintendent of parks, and you. We had a lot of questions.
Why is the eagle so special?
And a lot of preparing to do before our trip to the secret eagle's nest.
My name is Vaughn Smith.
And my name is Kingman.
We are from Neval Thomas Elementary School. This morning we will be introducing you to a bald eagle on the Anacostia River. Okay. So that's about it. Okay, that's hot.
What wasn't so hot was our early morning at the nest.
And I was freezing. I was just freezing.
But we were so excited to see the eagle's nest that we forgot all about being cold when we got our first look at America's national symbol, nesting again on our very own river, and hopefully about to hatch a baby.
I like going to the eagle's nest because it looked bigger than I thought it would be.
I mean, the nest was like bigger than me and somebody else put together. Well, I didn't really think that it would be that wide, but as I thought of it, the wingspan, it would have to be wide because room for the 2 big grown-up eagles and the babies. Yeah, it kind of all came to me after I thought about it for a while, so.
Let's just think about it for a while. An eagle's wingspan is normally 8 feet wide, which helps them stay in the air. And such a big bird needs a big home, of course. The heaviest nest ever found was 1 ton. That's 2,000 pounds. The nest we were looking at may not have been that big, but it was still pretty cool to see.
It was exciting because we were the only kids, me and Kive, Letitia, Ramsey, Michael, we were the only kids to really, get a good view of it. right up close, right on it, just right there, live audience. No TVs, no cameras, no nothing. We were right there with the cameras, so yeah, that was exciting.
We did have one no-show that day.
We were supposed to interview the mayor, but we interviewed Gail Hazelwood, Superintendent Gail Hazelwood.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Yeah? You got something special you're going to show me this morning?
Yes, we
Can you believe it? You've seen it and I haven't. I'm pretty excited, are you?
Yes.
What are we going to see this morning?
As we led Superintendent Hazelwood to the nest, we were reminded to keep quiet because human disturbance can cause eagles to abandon their home.
Oh my.
Superintendent Hazelwood was eager to see the bald eagle.
Wow, it's huge.
Sorry. We were eager to ask her about their return.
Okay.
How do you feel about the bald eagles returning to D.C.?
The bald eagle's return to D.C. is one of the most exciting things I've seen. I've been in and out of this area for probably 35 or more years, and this is just a very exciting thing. It's exciting for everybody. There are folks here that probably, unless we're successful with keeping these bald eagles here, they may never get an opportunity. So this is an opportunity. You don't have to go to Alaska finally to see bald eagles. You can be right here in your own backyard.
By eating the fish out of the water, could the eagles possibly get lead poisoning?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not a biologist by training, but I think that the fact that the bald eagle is back, they've recovered and been here for now 3 years, the fish condition has been consistent, that's probably not affecting the fish. We've still got good fish in that water, so I think they might be okay.
What can and will you do to keep the eagle's habitat safe?
Well, I think we have to work with as many people as possible. Believe it or not, you know, there might be somebody who would want to do the eagle farm. So we would want to make sure we educate people to the importance of having the eagle here. Continuing to protect the habitat. We wouldn't want all of these trees to be cut down because obviously they have to have some place to put their nest. That's their home. That's where they raise their children. We need to make sure that their food source remains abundant. So anything that all of us can do to help improve the condition of the river itself and help keep the fish growing and living in there, those are the things that are going to help us be successful. I certainly look forward to seeing it when it's a clear day and coming back when Mama's hatched those eaglets and we actually have an idea of how many new ones we've got. And now I know where it is. I might have to come back and peek every once in a while.
And that she did. The very next day with Mr. Mayor.
It's got the proper regal appearance.
But as quickly as they came, they left. The mayor's a very busy man, you know. Soon after, our friends of the Earth Conservation Corps stopped by with a little surprise. One baby eaglet had hatched.
Y'all see that sight news? The egg has hatched.
We learned that the eagles can lay up to 3 eggs, but only 2 of those 3 are likely to survive. Oftentimes, the older eaglet eats his or her younger sibling. We felt pretty lucky to just have one baby. It was beautiful to watch the mother and father feed their newborn with fish, crows, and squirrels from the Anacostia watershed, to know that both the river and its raptors were making a comeback.
I think it's amazing because I never seen a bald eagle baby before.
I think that the baby eats a lot, and I think it's amazing that eagles are now in Washington, D.C. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
I want other kids to know that we cleaned up the Anacostia and the eagle returned, and maybe if they clean up the rivers around them in the nation, that wildlife will return, and I'll be happy to see it return. But it takes everybody to make this possible.
Well, the main idea that I want to send out on TV to a lot of kids is, to keep the river clean. We have birds that are living here. The wildlife from Anacostia. I mean, don't get no better than that.